All right, so let's talk about the drawer. So in this example here, we're going to see we're going to need to import the drawer, icon buttons, list items, and the list itself. To install icons, as you can see here with the core import, we're importing from the package material UI/core, which we've already installed. But we haven't installed the icons. So the way we're going to do that is just run npm install -- save at material UI/icons. And this is going to import all the, or it's going to install, rather, all the icons that we're going to need to use. So in this example, we're going to have a drawer, and if we look at the dashboard here, we're going to see we have a menu icon here. So we're going to need to import icon button and also the menu icon itself. Then we're going to have to import the drawer, list and list items, and the dividers. So it's quite a few things. So let's keep this organized. There we go. So we're going to import drawer from material UI/core/drawer. We're going to import list from material UI core list. And whatever element or component you're importing is going to be in the import path itself, if that makes sense. So, well, you guys can see already, we import appbar from core/appbar. So everything is going to be in the same format, I guess. So import list item from material UI/core list item. We're going to need an icon button. So import icon button from material UI/core/icon button. Then we're going to need the menu icon. So import menu icon from material UI/core, or rather /icons/menu. And we don't need to add icon there at the end. So it knows where we're getting it from icons, that it is the menu icon. So let's go ahead and start making this happen, I guess. So in the app bar, in the toolbar, what we're going to add first before the typography is going to be the icon button. And so right here, let's add icon button. And then the menu icon itself. So we're just going to self-close that. And I'm going to save this and run npm start. And now the icon button itself is going to have to open the app drawer. So I'm going to refresh this. And we haven't persisted our Redux story yet, so we're also going to be doing that so that we don't have to log in every time the page refreshes. Because each time the page refreshes, it's setting the default state. It has no persistent storage within Redux. So there we've got an icon button and a menu icon. We are going to have to style that a bit. For right now, what we're going to do is actually add the drawer in, and we're going to basically have it open. For now, we're gonna, I guess, tie into this hook right there, the menu button click, to open and collapse it a bit later. For right now, after the app bar, we're going to add the drawer. And the variant is going to be permanent. And if we look at, so there's component demos here and then also component API. So if we go to the drawer API, it will basically list all of the props that it can have. So variant right here, and it has the possible text variables to use within the property name, and then also CSS. So we're going to be writing CSS in a little bit. What we'll do right now is just make this as simple as possible. Open is going to be equal to true, and then we're going to well, I guess finish opening the drawer, and here we're going to add in a list, simple list, and then list item, and let's just say dashboard. Save, and this should refresh. We have to log in again, and we'll see that we've got dashboard there. Now that doesn't look anything like this, and that's because what we're going to have to do is also add in links and icons. So let me, and the width of the drawer, and we're going to have to style it to make it actually work. So let's go ahead and add some styles here. The first thing we're going to do, I guess, up at the top, let's import with styles and class names. So import class names from class names, and let's import with styles from material-ui /core/styles, and that should be fine. Let's save this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set a const called drawer width, and it's going to be 240. And then we're also going to define styles, which is going to inherit the theme, and it's going to return a JSON object. And in this JSON object, we're going to write class names essentially that we're then going to reference in the material UI components. So to give you an example of that, I'm going to write toolbar, actually like this, and then we're going to write styles in line. So I think we talked about this quite a while ago with React. When you're adding styles, you wouldn't use dashes. So essentially every CSS style that you could write becomes camel case instead of with dashes. So to write a padding right rule, we're going to say padding right and then 24. So see how the R is capital, there's no dashes. That's what we're going to use there. And then how we use it within the actual components is in toolbar here, what I'm going to do is type class name, and then we just reference classes dot, actually we need to open up curly braces, classes dot, and then whatever styles we want to apply. So in this case it's toolbar. Now we also need to get classes from the props. So we're going to say const classes, we're going to get that variable from this dot props. Right now that's not going to work. It's not going to have the classes because we haven't actually wrapped our finished component, the admin wrapper, in with styles. So let's go ahead and wrap this. All we need to do is run with styles, and then in brackets we're just going to write the const name styles, which we defined up at the top of the file, and then we're going to wrap the admin wrapper in that. Let's save this and it should refresh, and we have to log in again, and we'll see that we've got the page loading again, but it didn't do anything noticeable. So what we're going to do is add a little bit of I guess what we'll do is to actually see this, we're going to style the drawer first. So what we need to do is up here after toolbar, let's add a style called drawer paper, and position is going to be relative, white space is going to be no wrap, the width is going to be drawer width, so 240, and then that should be fine. So what we're going to do is down here in the drawer itself, we're going to add class name, and it's going to be classes dot drawer paper. I'm going to save this. It's going to refresh. We're going to have to log in again, and it didn't actually apply it. And that's because we're actually trying to style the paper within it, not the drawer itself. So what we have to do is open up another, well, basically a JSON object, and here inside of this we're going to say paper is going to equal class names, classes dot drawer paper. Save this, have to log in again, and it's still not styling it. Oh. It's not class name, it's classes. There we go. So we've got 240 width. Really nothing else happening here, and that's okay. We're gonna fix it up with more styles. And once we actually flesh this out, it's going to make a whole lot more sense. So let's go ahead, I guess, and style the app bar. I'm going to scroll up here, and I'm going to say app bar. Now we're going to need to shift the margin left equal to the drawer width. So margin left is going to be drawer width, and then width we're going to have to calculate it. So we're going to use backticks here and write calc and it's going to be 100% minus, and then we're going to add in drawer width, and then pixels. So outside of the curly braces, just put px, and that should be fine. So let's save this, and then the app bar now is going to be, it's going to get class name is going to be equal to classes.appbar. Save. We can refresh again and we'll see that it's now shifted to the right. That is perfect. And let's see. I guess that'll be fine for now. What we'll do is in the next video we'll actually flesh the sidebar out and add menu items and icons, and also probably make this functional. So we'll get to that in the next video.